Hello to the new people joining, and hello to the people watching this on replay. Thank you all for joining. I've sat at Great Yarmouth Outer Harbour, and then in a little while I'm going to be driving home via Great Yarmouth Seafront. And as I always say to the people watching on replay, if you've nothing nice to say in the comments, then please don't say anything at all. Just move on to someone else's video if you don't like this one. Hi, thank you for joining. Probably wondering where I am. This is Great Yarmouth and we're facing the outer harbour. Very glamorous pile of earth and sand to the left. I thought you'd like that. Very glamorous location. I've moved from Galston. Stephen says, hi Lisa, hope you both had a great day. We have had a great day, haven't we?
Okay.
We had a nice meal out and we had a walk around. Walked to the end of the pier, so it's like you're out at sea. Saw a seal in the harbour. Hopefully I've caught it on camera. We've been and done a little bit of food shopping, as we always seem to do when we're over this way. And now we've just had an ice cream as well. I don't know if, oh, the car's just pulled in to block the view of the ice cream van. And I thought I'd sit and chat to you and then we'll drive along the seafront. I know I took you along the seafront before, but we'll have a look, drive along there and then drive back to Martham. Thank you for the 2 likes on this live stream. I love that people come in and they like it straight away. They haven't even seen anything. That's so kind. I'm actually sat right beside the power station, which is the photo I put in the thumbnail. Because the view straight ahead is nothing exciting at all. There are no ships in the outer harbour. So, are you ready for a drive along the seafront? Are you feeling any better today, Stephen? How's COVID today? Hi, SW. SW says, hi, hello everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm about to drive along the seafront, SW. Glad to be here. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. Steve says, not too bad today. It'll be all right if I have the right ones on. No. Try again. Stephen says, not too bad today, still got a headache. Oh, the headache lasts far too long. Janet says, hi all. Janet says, did you have a good lunch? We had a lovely lunch, thank you. We sat outside looking across Gorleston Beach at the Pier Hotel. That was very nice. So I've now brought you to the very glamorous location of the pile of earth on the left. Looks like either a palm tree or a yucca plant. And Great Yarmouth Outer Harbour that has no ships in it. I mean, what more could you possibly want in life than that view? A pile of earth, stones and weeds, no ships in the outer harbour. I mean, it's just amazing view. SW says, all we could ever want. Exactly, exactly. Janet's laughing at me. Right, shall we drive along the seafront again? I know we did the seafront the other day, but you have to go that way. You don't have to go that way to get home, but it's one of the ways to go. Are you all ready? Have you all got your seatbelts on? I think my husband thinks I've lost the plot.
You got the right glasses on.
Janet says, yes, more to see. Yes. And I just got my glasses muddled up, so somebody is finding that amusing. Do you know, prior to having these new glasses, I never had any trouble whatsoever. Change them. You don't know what frame's for what, whether it's for reading or driving. Getting a right older. Kerfuddle. Stephen says, ready to go. Fantastic. So you got a seatbelt on, Stephen. I'm glad to hear it. Right. Correct glasses are on. Let's start this up. Of course, once we start driving, I can't see the messages. Well, I can't read the messages. Thank you for the likes on this live feed. This could be interesting, getting out here, couldn't it? Shall we reverse a bit and then
Go that way.
and then go that way and turn around in a big circle? We'll let the lorry go first. We just got to wait for the traffic. That's the lorry I mentioned. Any more cars? Nothing, is there?
No.
Right. We've got to do a big circle, but it's not a big turning circle on this car, I don't feel. There was a lorry coming, so... We made it. Oh, you're sat a bit lopsided, I think. There's not really a lot I can do now. It's very hot. again. Breezy, very windy. I hope you're all having a lovely day. So we've just been past the Premier Inn, as you probably saw, going past the Pleasure Beach, which still doesn't look open. I haven't seen it open once this year yet. Is it? Oh, it is open. Thank you, Mr. Chauffeur. I'll read all your messages at the end when I've stopped. As you can see, there's lovely blue sky. One of the open top buses on the other side there. The big wheel, which I took you all on. And we were so incredibly high up. Bit bumpy here. Even Great Yarmouth Seafront is deserted. So it's not just the rivers, it's everywhere. Yeah, feel free to pull out in front of me. You can stay there, mister. You only have right away on the crossing.
That opened today.
Sorry?
That opened today.
Did it? The new Marina Centre opened today in Great Yarmouth. It did have some fabulous boarding up around it with the history of Great Yarmouth, and I kept meaning to film it, but of course I didn't, unfortunately. Look how lopsided that's sitting. Landos on the right hand side, which are horse and carts. Horses are under the shade of the covers. The road train, the red train on the right. Oh, he shortened the carriages. There's only 2 carriages. I'm sure there was 4 when I came before. Let me just see if I can. Is that any better?
Yeah, go on.
Still lopsided the other way now, isn't it? So where we had lunch at the Pier Hotel, this Prom Hotel is its sister hotel. But I think that would be a bit too busy for me. Thank you for the messages that everybody's sending me. Once I stop and get to where I'm going, I'll read them there all in, all in one hit, and reply to you then. Please don't think I'm ignoring you. There are several cars along here. It's normally a good indication of how many people are about by how far up this road the cars are parked. And they're a good long way up here today. So that's really good. So there are people about. When it's the school, as it's the school holidays, I know what it's like here. Other years, and it's definitely changed all over. Every area of the tourism. I don't know what the next word is. Is it horse racing today?
Well, no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No, yes.
No. going past Great Yarmouth Racecourse, and if it's time when the races are over and all the cars are coming out of the stadium, it's absolute chaos. So you have to time it right. Sorry, I keep coughing. Stephen, you wait till you get the COVID cough. That's the very last, well, it was for me, well, all of us at home really, the last symptom you get with COVID. Now, I can't see what you're going to reply when I ask you this, but would you all like to go and see Caister Castle? Just from the road, we can drive past it. I can stop and just show you. Have you all seen Caister Castle before? Well, it's 40 down here and I'm doing 40. I've just been overtaken. Can you, I think that's one little word on there, so I'm assuming that's saying yes for Caister Castle. You can go, Mr. Posh. So remember last time we came along this road, I said to you this is the road that was built on marshes. So it's like the roller coaster at the Pleasure Beach in Great Yarmouth. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still not flat. So how many of you have been to West Caister? We just have to turn off here. If you've been on a boat going towards Braden Water, you will have passed it. It's the piece of river where there's some benches. And when I went to Braden Water, I crossed it and I went past it and I said, all there's benches there, I'll have to try and find them. Well, I have found the benches. They are it's private land where a mill is, more at Mortby, but Mortby and West Caister are right next door to each other. So if you know where I mean, along the river before you get to the Marina Quays bend at Great Yarmouth, and you can remember seeing the benches, well that's roughly where we're level with now. Actually, if I stop down here to show you the castle, I'll be able to read the first lot of your messages. The castle has got its flag flying today, looking very resplendent, is that the word? and then I'll sort you out because you're sat on the wonk, so I'll straighten you up a bit. Somewhere down here there's a little pull-in and you get a lovely view of the car. Oh! You all said the other day you wanted me to reverse. So I don't know where I'm going. I think there's a pull-in kind of up here. Not enough room though, is there? For him to get past. What do you reckon? Do you think I can get in there? No.
No, keep warm.
I think there's a look, can I get in front to that piece there?
Yeah, you might be able to.
I'll just go there. There we are. I finally had to reverse this car for the first time. Oh, look at the little bird playing in the road. You all talked that up because you all said you wanted to watch me reverse the other day. Oh, there's a car in here. Well, we're going to pull into and have a look, and I'll make you face the other way. Not going so well today, is it? Now, I should be able to make you face that way. I've pulled the phone out of the holder. Wait a minute, I'll do it a different way. I'll hold this instead and put my window down.
Yeah, so they might change their account. But other than that, everything was fine.
There you are. My phone was getting hot in the sun. I'll have a look in a minute at your comments. But that is Caister Castle. When you're crossing Braden Water, you can actually see that. Has anybody spotted it from Braden Water? And the gatehouse to the castle is down there. Can you see a brick building with chimneys? That's the gatehouse. In winter, when all these leaves aren't on the trees, you get a much better view. Right, I'm going to have a look at all your messages now. Oh, I can zoom out.
No, I know. I'll leave it at that, Sarah, as long as you know. Okay, I'll speak to you.
I'll let this gentleman come past.
No, it's
I think my phone's got very hot.
absolutely. Take care. See you later. Bye, bye.
Hello. All right, let's have a look and see what messages you've written to me. Right, let's just sit you somewhere. I'm just going back to the beginning of the messages. Goodness, you've all written so many to me. Wow. Stephen said, well done, you did it in one when that's when I turned around in front of the power station. SW, says, I hope we are not all squished up on the back seat. So as we're driving along, actually, SW, you are, yes, and some of you in the boot. You laugh, you really do. Janet says, haha, we may get pulled over for an overcrowded car. Oh dear. Stephen says, we would all just have to duck down. Janet says, we had better get ready to run off when Lisa gets pulled over then. Oh, you're so funny. Janet says, not many people at all. SW, ducks, isn't that the food in the food? Oh dear. Janet says, yes, we will, SW. It will be Lisa's fault. She told us to get in. Stephen says, it's always the driver's fault. Always the driver's fault, Stephen. Always. SW says, Landos are not my favourite. As in Malta, the horses are so mistreated. Hope these ones are looked after. I believe there are spot checks on them. By who, I don't know. Great Yarmouth Borough Council, I think. Janet says, you bet, Stephen. SW7 says, never blame the driver, blame the car in front. Did you see that car pull out in front of me? Janet says, is that your excuse, SW? SW says, yes, Janet. Lisa, we're all now backseat drivers. Stephen says, I like that, SW. SW says, Lisa seems to be finding all the potholes. I was at Yarmouth Seafront. SW says, we should all be supporting the local tourism and not even wish to go abroad if the flight has not been cancelled. Yes, we should all support local tourism, absolutely. Stephen says that bit of road has always been rough. It has, you're right, Stephen, it has. You're on about the bypass, aren't you? My phone has cooled down enough now. I've got a nice bright screen. SW says, never been to Galston, Stephen. SW says, Lisa, yes, please, to the castle. Never seen it. Stephen says, yes, to the castle. Janet says, yes, please. I've never been there. Stephen says, me neither. Be good to see it. We need to come back when all the trees are off. All the trees are off? When all the leaves are off the trees, and you'll see more. SW says, oh, we're in for a bumpy ride. Are we in for a bumpy ride now? First the potholes, now up and down. Did not know of West Caister. Janet says, haha, SW, shake, rattle and roll. SW says, I am enjoying this ride. I'm saving a fortune in fuel. Janet says, don't worry, Lisa. I've always been wonky. Oh, goodness. You two, well, all of you three, or however many are commenting, you're so funny. SW says, yikes, the tractor is going to squash us all. Janet says, oh no. And a trailer as well. Janet says, well done, Lisa. Thank you, Janet. Stephen says, nicely done. SW says, great reversing, Lisa. I would have swerved all the way up the bank. Janet says, we don't care, we're enjoying this. Stephen says, nice afternoon drive. Thank you, Stephen. SW says, is the castle lived in or is it a ruin? Well, it's not lived in, no. There's a huge car museum in there. I think basically you name the car and it's in there. But no, when, in my days when I worked in the Tourist Information Centre and Publicity Department, the person who owned it lived in Leicestershire. Well, it's quite big. It's quite expensive to go in though. But I suppose these things all need to be kept up, don't they? Janet says, no, I've never spotted it while on Braden. Have a look next time. Next time anybody's crossing Braden, have a look. SW says, watch out, guys. Lisa's now going to see the comments about the driving. No, Stephen says, we weren't nasty. No, it was funny. I think it's great. Eugenia says, enjoy the drive. Please do others similar. Thank you. Janet says, no, we're just kidding. I know you are. I think it's lovely. I like that you all chat to each other and have a laugh, and you all say hello to each other when you arrive and goodbye, and it's very nice. Can we zoom in on this? There, look. That's lovely, isn't it? Imagine living in that at one time. And then the people who are like the caretakers for it live in the gatehouse. Friends of ours, his mum and dad used to do it for many years, didn't they, Andrew's?
Yeah.
Mum and dad. Andrew was our friend, and sadly he died, what, about a couple of years ago now? He's our age, or was our age. Very sad. But yeah, that's where he grew up, in there. And his parents had worked there, oh, so many years. It's untrue. So, shall we go a bit further? I normally take you along the Ormsby bypass. Would you prefer to go through Filby? Would you like that instead? I lost connection. See, no matter where you go in this area, the Kestrel, there's the Kestrel, the connection is always dreadful. He's off to find a vole or a mouse or something. Thank you for the 9 likes on this live. And hello to all 14 of you in here. Janet says it's probably very drafty, meaning the castle. I don't like drafts. SW says it's been a lovely live stream. I think we have all had great fun. Enjoy the rest of the day, everyone, and Lisa and Mr. L. Have a safe journey home. Bye, everyone. And then SW says, further, yes, please. Yes, I don't actually live here. Janet says, yes, please, and don't go, SW. Stephen says, carry on. SW says, I'm still here, Janet. Right, I'm going to put you back in the holder, and we're going to drive through Filby. We could go down to Thurn. We won't get out of the car. I can drive along and you might be able to see the mill. And then we could go back that way. What does the passenger think? The passenger who's not... If the chauffeur was driving, we would have been home by now. But because it's me, we go the scenic route. SW says, never been to Filby. Perfect. We will be going to Filby. You will in a minute. Janet says, good, we can't lose any passengers. Oh, dear. SW says, yes, please, to wherever. Right, okay, I'll put you back in the holder. I'll try and make you level this time. We don't want you having to look on the wonk at everything, do we? SW says, I too am having a good... Well, you've got to have a laugh in life, I always think. And if by having a laugh that makes the day more pleasant, then... Are you level now? I think you are. How does that look? Janet says, me too. Lisa's laugh is so adorable. Oh, Janet, thank you. We have somebody new. Anthony says, hi, you are having better weather than here in Lancashire. Thank you, Anthony. We all better behave ourselves now, look. We've got a new person in. Anthony's probably thinking, what is she on about? And SW says, hi Anthony, squeeze. Oh my goodness. Anthony will be thinking, whatever has happened? Where have I arrived at? Oh dear me. I'm even getting funny looks off the chauffeur. I think he thinks I've lost the plot.
I know he is.
SW. Right. Are these the right ones? Yes, yes, yes. Things are looking up. Right, everybody. We've got to turn around. Hope we can get out and that we don't meet any more tractors. And then once I start driving, I won't be able to read. Anthony says, hope there's room for me. Yes, Anthony, you're very welcome to join us on the drive. We're going to Filby next. Then we're going down to Thurn, and then we'll go to Martham. And yes, but as I always say, once I start driving, I can't answer your comments. One, because I'm wearing the wrong glasses, and two, because it's against the law. And if we all get stuck in this rut from the farmer's field, can you all get out and push me out, please? Thank you. SW says, Martham, I've been there already. Yes, you've walked here. Hello, Hev. Thank you for joining. You'll wonder whatever you've arrived at, Hev. Hev, everybody's squashed in the back, on the back seat while we have a drive. Did you want to pile in as well? You're very welcome. There's room for an extra one. Anthony's just arrived. He's joined us. I think he's probably thinking, what on earth have I arrived at? But we're all just having a good laugh and a joke and a lovely afternoon. And as I tell you every day, I have the best subscribers ever. And I'm so grateful to have you and chat to you all every day. It's like a little family, isn't it? I'm just going to put my window up. Should we put the air conditioning on instead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even get hell on the bag, mate.
Oh, look out, the chauffeur's joining in now. I said, shall I put the windows up and put the air conditioning on? He said, yes, the people in the back won't get too hot then. He's looking out for you all. Oh, an ambulance straight ahead. Luckily, we're not going that way. There is a shadow on the screen for me now. I don't know if there is for you. I hope not. I think it's just me. And you're still on the skew whiff, aren't you? This is Filby. Filby have just won the gold medal for the best kept village. So yeah, this is the gold medal winner. They win it every year. You think of all these hanging baskets that have to be washed. Hanging baskets have to be washed every day. Watered every day. And you've got plants on the side. Medal winner for Britain in Bloom, but the 4G here is absolutely useless. This is still Filby, still plants on both sides of the road. It does look spectacular. And even on the left, the little hedging says Filby. We slowed down, I don't know if you saw that. You need to look to the left when we cross this bridge. There's a chance you may see Filby Broad, or you may not. I don't know about the angle you're sat at. No, you didn't see it. And then if you go in there, SW, on the right, you can park your car and there's a nice walk down to the Broad. Ormsby Little Broad. When I can find a place to pull over safely, I'm going to see if I can sort the shadow out. I could have pulled up there, couldn't I? There's lots of messages I can see going on the screen. I reckon you're all chatting to yourselves, which is wonderful. Hello to the new people joining us. We're having a mad half hour on here today. And thank you to everybody who's given a like on this live stream. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. This is Flegborough. It actually has two names, Borough St Margaret and Flegborough. I don't know. Don't ask. Don't ask. I think Borough St Margaret goes back to when there were lots of little boroughs. Like you got the borough of Great Yarmouth, which is huge. But when there was smaller boroughs, St Margaret was the local church. I don't know. Well, just what you need when you come around the corner.
A new one.
Just what you need. Just take his tractor home. Go home for coffee in the tractor. Yes, so I think that's why it's got the name Borough St Margaret, but why it was changed to Flegborough, I do not know. Flegg, yes I do know. There was East Flegg and West Flegg, and Martham Church used to be called the Cathedral of the Fleggs. Back in the Roman days, East Flegg and West Flegg were islands, and Martham was the main part of those islands. So there used to be West Flegg Middle School in Martham, so it goes back to there, all that time ago. So St Mary's Church in Martham is often referred to as the Cathedral of the Fleggs. Useless information you will never need to know. There's a car coming, did you say?
Yeah, come round the corner in a minute.
Apparently there's a car coming. Mr. Chauffeur is not the chauffeur, he's the spotter, the navigator, it seems. Thank you. Up here I'll pull over again and I'll read the next lot of messages, and then we'll go down to Thurn. Are you all alright in the back of the car? Are you cool enough with the air conditioning on, or you got too cold? If you got too cold, I'll turn it off. Don't have to be mad to be in this live stream, but it does help if you are. I think you're seeing too much road and not enough sky. I think you need sorting out, really, don't you? So you've got a view of where we're going. Now, I always take you to lovely locations. Remember up the harbour just now, we had the lovely pile of soil, didn't we, and the empty outer harbour. Now you've got a huge pile of manure, look. Huge pile of manure. I bring you to some outstanding places. I hope you all appreciate these destinations I bring you to. Right, we're just going to sit here a minute and I'm going to have a look and see what's what. just going back through the messages. See how far I've got to go. Oh my goodness. Let me. Oh, I hope I hadn't gone right back to the beginning of the messages again. Right. You're all talking, when we were back at Caister and I just drove away, you were asking Anthony, was he in the back of the car? And then SW said, Martham, been there already today. Anthony says, can I bring my dog Norris? Of course you can bring Norris. We don't have any dog food though, just bird food and duck food. Hev says, hello Anthony, hello Lisa and everyone. Stephen says, yes, the dog is welcome. SW says, hello Norris. Meet Max, Sally, Millie and Evie. Woof. Oh, you've got 4 dogs. I've got to have my window down. Too much hilarity. SW says, hello Hev. Hev says, room for one more. There's always room for one more, Hev. Janet says, oh yes, Anthony, bring Norris too. Janet says, oh my, I hope all the dogs get on. SW says, getting warm with so many opposite. And oh God. Anthony says, I think I would fit in very well. Hi everybody. Janet says, thank you Mr. Lisa, I'm so glad you like us all behind you. SW Anthony, they unfortunately have a small dog syndrome. Hope Norris is not too big. Oh, Hev says, are we there yet? SW says, Janet, you've been on the wine. Janet says, no, but wish I had. SW says, I do not recognise any of these roads. Are we lost? No, we drove through Filby, through Flegborough, and now we're sat at the top of the road that goes down to Thurn. It's all the back roads. You've got to know the back roads. Mr. Chauffeur just gave out a big sigh then. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? If we are lost, Lisa, we will have to take... You have to take us all... Lisa have to take us all home with her. That's fine. I'll make you all tea and coffee. SW says, great. I shall not have to do tea. By the way, it'll have to be a vegetarian for me. That's fine, SW. I can do vegetarian. Heb says, have you mega amounts of tea, Lisa? Sounds like you will need it. It's fine. Never worry. Anthony says, Norris is a small dachshund named after Lando Norris, the F1 driver. Janet says, I don't mind what we have to eat. We will have to raid Lisa's fridge. SW says, I have 2 mini Daxies. Norris will be fine, Anthony. Anthony says, in good company then. SW, thank you, Lisa, for a new walk. I'm exhausted already today. I should think you are. Janet says, oh, how lovely, Anthony. My dog is a King Charles Spaniel called Ruby. Oh, I like King Charles Spaniels. SW says, of course, Anthony. Hi to Ruby. Woof woof from Ruby. Hello to Ruby. We could get fish and chips, but Lisa doesn't like fish and chips. No, I don't. I've eaten today anyway. I just ate at the Pier Hotel. I'm fine. I don't need anything. SW says, new people, car is full. Hev says, I'm puppy sitting a crazy cockapoo puppy in here. Janet says, it's okay, SW. Lisa's already eaten. SW says, plenty of tractors about due to baling going on. They are baling in the dark over here a few nights ago. Hev, oh, learning something new there. Janet says, all new people have to sit on top, on the roof. SW says, not all information is useless. I would not have got to Martham earlier. Oh, you're very welcome. SW says, Janet, they are held in by bungee cord. Are they held in by bungee cord? Oh dear. You lot are so funny. I'm just reading through this. There's so many messages. I'm just reading them through to myself. Anthony says it's a bit bumpy in the back, but Norris likes it. Oh dear. Janet says, we are fine, Lisa, but the people on the roof. Stop. But the people... I can't. I just can't anymore. Oh dear. Oh dear me. I don't know if I can read the rest of these. Oh dear. Oh, Sally Ann's arrived. Hi Sally Ann, you wonder what... Oh. Oh dear, you lot. Oh dear. Oh. You're crying with laughter, SW, my goodness. You're making me cough. Are you right, sat there? Right. We're going to drive down to Thurn, okay? Hopefully we won't come across any more tractors.
I'd say we will.
You think we will? Would you like a drink of water out of the boot?
Oh, I've got one here.
You got one there?
Do you want some?
They're all making me cough and laugh and... Thank you. 17 likes on this live stream. Oh my goodness. I can't believe 17 people are watching our utter madness. So much fun. What's that? Yes for Thurn. Water, yes please. SW would like some of your water as well.
Okay.
Right, I can't read any more.
So you put your glasses on?
their fault. Their fault.
Do you want your glasses?
Got a cough. Right. Here we go, folk. Hold on. Especially those of you on the roof. Right, we need to go straight across here, providing there's no cars coming. Oh, I didn't sort you out, did I? I didn't do it so you weren't looking at so much road. Oh well, I'm sure you'll be fine. Right, this is the road that goes down. We're near Clipsby, and this is the road that goes down to Thurn and Thurn Mill. You all chat amongst yourselves. That's the field where the crane were in there. 12 crane. There's a buzzard above the trees in here. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be combining, look.
Yeah, or irrigation.
Oh yeah, it could be irrigation. Yes, it is, isn't it?
Feeling down the sands.
Road's all wet.
Really confused. I don't think that's right.
I know. Would you like some more useless information? Up here is Thurn Church. We'll get to it. I'll tell you the story first. In the wall of Thurn Church, and I have got a video of it if you want to look it up. It's in the Thurn playlist. There's a hole, and through the hole you can see across to St Benet's Abbey where all the monks were 1,000 years ago. So if somebody over this side of the river at Thurn needed help, they'd put a candle in the hole, or a light of some sort, and it would be spotted. It's a pheasant. It would be spotted over by the monks at St Benet's Abbey. And they'd get in a boat and they'd row over here and come and help whoever was in need. Whether you will see the church, I don't know. Let's see if I can do this at a funny angle. No, you can only see the church wall. But if you look in my YouTube playlists under Thurn, you'll see the hole in the wall, and I tell you the story in there. And that's the same channel name, new name, same me. So this is Thurn. I'm going to try and drive along the road beside the little stave and turn around at the top. I'm going to try and look and see how many cars are there and whether I can turn around at the top of the stave. How many cars? There's loads of cars. We can't go down there, unfortunately. It's jam-packed full with cars. Sorry. We would have been able to see Thurn Mill if we'd gone down there. But I've done one lot of reversing today. That's enough. I don't want to have to do any more. But at least you'll get to see the village of Thurn, which you won't normally see, I don't think, when you're on a boat and you moor down there. Cat taking itself for a walk along the road. Little ginger cat, just gone into the verge. Bears carved out of wood. Oh, we've got another vehicle. You're all a jinx with me. I don't normally come across anything. Finding everybody today. What's it? Oh yeah. This property up here on the left was renovated, made nice, and now look, it's all boarded up. It's been boarded up a good while. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. See? Right, now this road is a bit tricky. So you just look at this road, everybody. I do have to just go over here in case anything is coming around. How do you fancy doing that bit of the road? You do have to go really slow. Because you can't see really over the hedge if anything's coming or not. Luckily along here I do know where all the passing places are. Are you all still having your own conversation? I don't know if I can read through all the road sunk there. I don't know if I can read through all the messages again. You're all so funny. Thank you all for being such a great bunch. Keeping me company.
Where's Sunday?
Pheasant with their little chicks.
Oh,
Little tiny chicks. Don't know if she had 4 or 5. She got them against one of the round bales. Probably sheltering them from the sun and the heat, isn't she? I hope you're not bored of this journey. It was not up there this year with the field flowers.
Yeah, I pulled them up, didn't
Yeah. Oh. Horses. Oh, I'm not even in right gear. Horses. So we're going to sit here and wait for the horses to come past. That's a bridle footpath though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we also need the boot.
SW says I can ride a horse if needed. Yes, please. Could you come and hurry them up, please? I can just see them starting to arrive now. Yeah, they've got all the time in the world, look.
Wow, between my borders.
Stephen says he can ride a horse as well. As a child I did, but one day I got a horse that wouldn't move and the woman kept saying to me, kick it, kick it. And it wouldn't do anything. What she sent? Okay. They're coming around this way. Horse is not too sure of my car. That's okay. Right. Here we go. Giddy up. You never know what you're going to come across when you're out. Castles, horses, pile of earth.
Part of the boot.
Just what else have we seen today? I can't remember what else we've seen. Now look, you really can't see. The bank and grass is so high, you cannot see in advance if anything is coming. There's a passing place here and one on the bend, should we need it. Crow up on the telegraph pole. So you just don't know, you cannot see at all if anything is coming. Can you remember when I filmed and did a live from Repstays? Well, the turning to Repstays Staithe is up here just on the left, but we're going right. Now we've got somebody on a bike. If you remember the sunset lives I've done in the past, that was up here next to the rock post. Can you remember what the rock post is? I might be able to show you it. It is quite in the field though. Yeah, I know where it is. Oh, there's a car coming. So we've got to pull in here anyway. There's a concrete thing just inside. It's a Royal Observatory Corps monitoring post. There's a ladder, it's underground, there's a ladder down, and there would be 3 men down there, and Royal Observatory Corps posts were always 8 miles apart, kestrel on the post. So the next one to here is at Strumpshire, or Strumpshire, however you wish to pronounce it. Locally it is called a Strumpshire. Oh, they're all turning that way, look. That's the only other one I know. It says it's officially it's in Brundall. On paper it's in Brundall, but the actual thing is actually in Strumpshire. Like this one, it's on paper in Martham, but it's actually more reps. Although these places here are Martham. More useless information for you. The one at the Brundall one at Strumpshire was actually for sale recently. You could look it up online. Put in ROC Brundall and you should get the listing for it. I believe it's up for 25,000. I don't know if it's sold. Be a nice quirky holiday home, wouldn't it? Nothing that way. Now those of you who joined my evening live last night when I was down at Martham Boatyard, Bob by the Water said about a holiday home, didn't he, at the ferry Boatyard. They're actually owned by Wayford Marine. And I said, oh, we'll go there one day. Well, we're actually going to go down there now. So, Bob by the Water. There's a chance you might watch this when it's uploaded later. So I'm about to show you the holiday properties that you mentioned. So I'm just going to take you down for a brief visit to the other boat, the second boatyard in Martham. And then we'll have a little drive around the village, and then I'll stop at the green, say goodbye to you all, read the other messages, or we could read the messages down at Martham Stays. And then I think I need to go home. That was Cindy. I think the dog liked the traffic, did it? How the connection will be, I do not know. Do you think our daughter's on that bus? It's a bit early for her, isn't it? 4:30.
Yeah.
Now, I've told you this before, but you may not have been in this live. This is called Black Street. Black Street goes up to the church. And there's also White Street in Martham. So if you were getting married, you would go along White Street up to the church. And if it was a funeral, you'd come along here, Black Street, to the church for the funeral. And I said to you, Martham Church was known as the Cathedral of the Flags. You can just see it in the background there. That is quite a big church. And again, I have filmed that. That's in the Martham playlist if you want to see what it's like inside. Lots of Martham local history in the playlist. Martham actually means home of the Marts. Who the Marts were, I don't know. I think they might have came over from Denmark. I think. Now, where along here are we going to meet another vehicle? Because after this pull in here, there's nothing until we get down to the campsite. That's for this for sale signs, the property or the barn on Moorgrove, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think probably Stephen is the only person who may remember what I'm going to tell you now. I parked one evening, I brought my tea with me, and I thought, I'm going to take my tea out and I'm going to sit at the end of the stave. Oh, I can't pull in. Sit at the end of the stave, which is there, and sit and eat my tea. I mean, people take sandwiches out, don't they? And no one bats an eyelid. Oh, somebody fishing, swimming in there, look. Gosh. I brought my tea with me. No one bats an eyelid if you sit in your car eating sandwiches, do they? I brought ham salad on a plate and sat in the car eating my ham salad. Where I got the weird looks, the most weird looks ever. I really did. Right, Bob by the Water. When you see this, this is the white and blue holiday property. There are a couple. This first one sleeps 16 people. I might get stuck up here. This is all for the holiday properties, isn't it? And then there's another one to the left of here. Yeah. Just need to mind this little boy who's crying. So you've got where the flag is the boatyard that does all the day boats, and then you've got the other holiday property, and there's one further on from that one as well. And the ferry was straight ahead if you saw the gates. But I'm not going to take you up there today. I can't remember the last time I saw as many cars down here as this. So on the left is Martham Dyke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or Staithe? Dyke.
Sorry.
Dyke. Ian's got the Staithe, hasn't he? Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's that big.
And two different companies operate the moorings, don't they? One side is Martham Boat Dyke something Trust, and the other side is who?
Alston.
Yeah, a farmer in the village. He has the moorings on the other side. Over the other side of the river, still looking left, is Martham Campsite, which has been opened a couple of years. Are they still swimming in there? Oh no, they got out now. Or have they swum up the...
I think it's
Swum up the dyke?
I think so.
That's so shallow in there. You don't know what's in there.
Huge weed, isn't it?
Yeah, but there will be all sorts that's been thrown in there over the years. It's never dredged, is it?
No.
I was going to stop and read the messages. It was a bit awkward to stop there, really, wasn't
Yeah.
it? They're still all chatting away, look.
Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're going to be on White Street in a minute. And I don't know, as I say, how much you'll see. Little row of cottages on the left. All thatched cottages. And they, right on the roadside, look. And they're about 300 years old, these little cottages. Oh, low battery. We're just going to pull into the pond here. Oh, we're just going to park here. And I'm going to see what you've said. Just ignore that. Right. There's going to be so much to read. I don't think I'm going to read them all out. gosh, there's so many. SW says, interesting information, Lisa. Thank you, SW. I'm reading the comment that Sally Ann wrote about her hair. You lot are so funny, you really are. Have spilt a wine? You did remember, did you, Stephen, when I took my ham salad down there? I got some weird looks from people. Yeah, we could all go and stay in that 16, that cottage that sleeps 16. That'd be good if we all could meet, wouldn't it? You lot are so funny. Sally Ann says, pity she's having to drive. She's missing all the fun, but Heb's drunk all the wine now. Oh, dearie me, you lot, honestly. Thank you for the 20 likes on this live. I think you've all deserved the 20 likes. It's nothing I've done. And 9 in here at the minute. SW says, do buses come out here? We have the stagecoach and horse and carts out here, SW. That's right, Sally Ann. Sally Ann says, don't think they have buses in Martham. No, that's right. Horse and carts only. Sometimes you do see a vehicle with a man walking in front of it with a red flag. But mainly it's horses pulling the stagecoach. Or horse and carts around the village. SW says, it's been a wonderful drive. Thank you, Lisa. Safe drive home and bye, everyone. Great laugh. Best journey ever. Stephen's clapping everyone. I think I've missed out, haven't I? I've missed out on this. I'm glad you all had fun. Thank you all for being here and chatting away to each other. I'm going to go home now. I think it's time the chauffeur made me a cup of coffee. What do you reckon?
It's your turn.
My turn, is it?
Yeah, it's your birthday.
SW says, bye, dogs need feeding. Thank you for joining, SW. Hopefully I'll see you on one of your walks. Sally Ann says, you'll have to read it all, Lisa. I will. I think that's going to take me ages. So I'll let you all go. I'll go. Janet says bye to all the passengers, including the dogs. Is Norris still here? Norris the dog. Sally Ann says happy birthday.
Thank you.
He says thank you, Sally Ann. Man of few words, aren't you?
Get wrong for say Tim.
Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back again very soon. I've no idea when, where. I don't know if I can ever. Hev says bye everyone. So funny today. Norris left ages ago. Oh, bye Norris. Bye everyone. Hev says happy birthday, Mr. L. Janet says bye, Mr. Lisa, and happy birthday. We enjoyed your day. We're not getting anything on tomorrow, have we? So I'll be out.
No, you'll be out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll be out probably tomorrow. Filming somewhere. Take care, everybody. Thanks for such a great laugh. Bye for now.